Hello and welcome to another update video about 3M. I think we covered 3M already in a video. It was, well, several months ago actually. I think we were pretty close to the low at that point. This wave count hasn't changed since then. I see 3M possibly in a larger correction because 3M formed a nice 5-wave move to the upside into the January 2018 highs. And then a 3-wave pattern to the downside. I have an A wave to the downside complete, which bottomed in March 2020. A B wave rally into the 2021 highs and completely not correlated with the S&P 500. Strong drop and without any signs of major recovery. However, my commentary in the last updates was that we should see a B wave rally at some point from here. That was based on the idea that this move up could be considered a 5-wave pattern, possibly. Not entirely clear. Could also be 3 waves. So I'm happy with it to call it an A wave. Yeah, to call it an A wave. And the move down could be a B wave. I have to talk about that, however, now. So that's all part. I mean, the wave count hasn't changed at all since from the last update. Whereas I have to say, I'm not entirely sure if I made a video about it. I actually haven't double checked it, or if it was just an update for our members on Patreon, but I'm not entirely sure. I think I made a video about 3M. Either way, the idea is that it's at least reasonable to assume the start of a B-wave rally from here, a corrective rally. And that corrective rally is obviously a counter trend move. So I would see this as an ABC structure possibly to unfold. This move down was, this move initially here was too small to be all of wave A. So it was probably just the A wave of the A wave, now a B wave pullback. And we should see a C wave rally from there. That would complete wave A, then a B wave pullback and a C wave. This would be what I would prefer, but this will be, yeah, invalidated if we get another break below the, what was that? Here, the October lows. So if there's a break below 85.40, pretty much, that would be my make or break point for this scenario. That's one scenario. And here we have resistance between $149.70 and $204.10. There's also structural resistance around $205, $204, $205. And then we could see from there a move down in wave C. I don't consider that, by the way, a wave 2, larger degree wave 2 that can take a long time to play out, years. A wave 2 often, and that's at least what the guidelines of Elliott wave are telling us, not a rule, it's a guideline, they often tend to finish in the area of a previous wave 4 of lower degree. So we talk here about $40 maybe, yeah, roughly. Now that's one scenario. I haven't got any confirmation that the B wave has started yet. It's always very difficult to confirm the start of a corrective rally because it's a counter trend move. But I think in this area it should start. What would be the more bearish alternative? So if we continue to move down from here, it would likely simply be, I would have to redo the wave count of this C wave decline, which started in May 2021. But then if we look at Fibonacci extensions, we know that the C wave tends to have the same length as an A wave. I mean, it basically got there, right? Again, C waves can also be a bit longer, but it did get there. C waves can be a bit longer. Then I would say the next support would be 75.40 and then 66.90 from where it could start the B wave. That's not, it's not like a trending move. It should be a corrective rally. So it's going to be very difficult. It's going to look like manipulation and so on. So I gave you the next support levels if we break below that last swing low. But I think it's worth keeping an open mind here about the exact development and structure of that corrective rally. Now, this move down is sharper than it would be ideal for a B wave. Okay, it's sharper. So it's not giving me a lot of confidence that this is indeed a B wave, especially as it, I think, slightly broke below. No, it hasn't. So it's holding currently the 78.6 retracement, which is basically at $90. So from here, I mean, again, I have no confirmation that a low is in there, But it's definitely, if that C wave starts from here, it should start below, before it really gets a sustained break below $90. It's a very low risk, high reward, long trade opportunity. Maybe not the best in terms of high probabilities, but you have a very clear stop level, which would be below that October low. And I mean, it could get to 150, 148. So it's a decent reward to risk ratio. You're basically risking, what is that, a few dollars? Well, and you could get, so it's you know, there is it's not, because this move up is not a clear 5-wave move, and we didn't break above the last high. So it's all a bit, it's not yet confirmed, but I think there's a reasonable assumption that from here a C wave rally starts. But if it breaks it, then I gave you the next support. As I said, it's not a high quality setup. It's only for a corrective rally. It's only an A-B setup versus a 1-2 setup, which would be much clearer. But, you know, with the right mindset and the right approach, you know, I can only say it's not a high quality setup, but we could start that larger corrective rally from here. Or if not from here, maybe it's just going to form a marginally lower low, maybe into the, well, okay, marginally, it's still quite decent, into the, what did I give you, like the $70 region, like the next support levels, right? So you know that you can just go back to the levels I gave you. And yeah, what we would need to see now in a C wave, the C wave would be a 5-wave move. It might be worth, for anybody who wants a little bit more clarity, to watch for the 1-2 setup in the C wave. So the 1-2 setup, yeah, could provide another entry. So if we see a small 5-wave pattern to the upside, then a higher low, that might offer an even tighter stop and better probabilities. Okay, that's my update about 3M. Hope you enjoyed the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you're interested in daily updates about the S&P 500 as well as regular updates about stocks, check out our stocks and S&P 500 service. You'll find a link in the description. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.